Community members gathered tonight to talk about the police shooting of a black man in North Minneapolis.
Officers fatally shot 31-year-old Thurman Blevins after a report of a man firing a gun on June 23rd. Police say Blevins had a gun on him and ran from officers for several blocks before the shooting. Others have differing accounts of what happened. Blevins' death sparked protests in the 4th Precinct. Mary McGuire sat in on that community meeting this evening. She's live at Jenny Lynn Elementary School in North Minneapolis with more. Mary?
Well, Frank, tonight's meeting was just one of many scheduled for the week by the group Justice for Junior. Tonight's event was a chance for friends and family members to share their memories of Thurman Blevins, and also for community members to come and speak out about ideas and input that they have for the future of this neighborhood.
I'm only one voice, but I'm going to make sure that I represent for Junior.
Anger has transformed into calls for action by many community members in North Minneapolis after the death of Thurman Blevins. The 31-year-old father was shot by 2 MPD officers responding to a call of a man firing a gun in a residential neighborhood late last month.
I just want justice, and justice for me, and for I want to believe his family, is just for everybody here to know who June really was, the type of man that this man really was. And that's the justice, because honestly, I don't think we're going to see anything else.
Conflicting narratives have emerged on whether Blevins had a gun during the fatal encounter. On one hand lies BCA investigators who say they found a black and silver handgun at the scene. On the other, many community members like James Lark, who says he saw the initial encounter that night.
But I know when they initially stopped this guy and jumped out, this guy didn't have no gun on him.
The officers involved were wearing body cameras which were on and rolling during the shooting. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey says he intends to release that video to the public, but Blevins' cousin doesn't want to see it.
I understand we have to look at it as far as evidence, but I'm sorry, y'all, I do not think that it should be released to the public. Y'all already know what was done. Y'all know what was done. That man was assassinated in the alley.
While nothing concrete was decided on in terms of how to move forward, many hope this gathering was an important first step to change in the future. Now, tomorrow night, the head of the Minnesota BCA will speak at another community event here in North Minneapolis. He will talk about how his agency investigates these officer-involved shootings. Meanwhile, a funeral for Thurman Blevins is scheduled for Saturday, Frank.
All right, Mary, thank you. We'll continue to follow the investigation into Thurman Blevins' death. You'll find the very latest information on WCCO.com.